Good morning, everyone. I am Karin Braxton, and welcome to my Cookies, Cards, and Coffee online this morning. Today is March 23rd, and I am coming to you live from Boca Grande, Florida, which is on the Gulf Coast, and it's 71 degrees here right now. We have one more week left here in Florida, and then we'll be heading back to Montana, where it is today 21 degrees and there's a snowstorm. So we are having, let me see if we can see anything on my computer yet. Okay, and we'll see if anyone joins us here. There we go. I am doing a Cookies, Cards, and Coffee live, and I usually do these in person back in Bozeman, Montana, and once a month. That's my standard card class, and it's just a fun name, Cookies, Cards, and Coffee, and so you can grab something to eat. Oh, hey, Susan, good to see you this morning. I have some cookies here. I'm not going to eat them while I'm talking because I'd probably choke, and have actually it's water, but it's my coffee cup. So grab something to drink and follow along. You can, I always appreciate you doing thumbs up, sharing, hearts, all those things help Facebook let people know that there are more people watching, and you can share. I always appreciate, hey, Stacy, good to see you from Southern Florida. And you can place your orders. I will have the host code that you'll be able to see, and I might offer for today's a free class. Thank you, Stacy. That's so sweet of you to share. I really appreciate that a lot. That helps me grow my Facebook numbers. And then I always put my videos on YouTube also. So if you're watching this replay, you can just sort of fast forward a little bit and forget all the first talk. Hey, Laura, good to see you. Where are you from, Laura? But anyway, I always, thank you. Thank you for sharing, Susan. That's so sweet. I always appreciate you sharing, ordering, subscribing, ring the bell. If you're on YouTube, you can ring the bell, and that way you'll be notified. I think there's maybe a bell on Facebook too. Anyway, let me see once here I don't see myself on the computer, but we will start. So I have 3 projects for you, and just want to let you know we're going to be working, we're still working out of the mini catalog, and we have the online exclusives have been fabulous. Many of them have sold already. They're coming back. Many items are coming back. Today we're going to be using the stitched radiating dies. That's one thing we're using. We're using the Rhino ready. Also, it's just so fun to have these brand new products, and they are like the circle punches they have a 2 inch and a 1 3/4. I love those sizes, and they're on back order right now. I think they're coming in maybe in 2 weeks. So things are coming in fairly quickly too. Thank you, Gail. Hey, good to see you. Okay, I'm going to put that aside, and I've got sort of a lot here in front of me. So close your eyes, and thank you for watching along. I'm Karin Braxton, and this is a Cookies, Cards, and Coffee, which I will do once a month online, and then my in-person class. So grab something to drink and follow along, and I will tell you about the ordering special at the end, and then you will get card kits free. Okay, let's turn the camera down and close your eyes for a second. And if you get dizzy, so close your eyes. You don't have to, of course. Oh, I'm glad you did. Darcy, good to see you too. Okay, here we go. I know the time is a little bit, I had actually wanted to do this in the afternoon. However, I have a chiropractor appointment, and while I'm in Florida, I have to drive almost an hour in order to get to my chiropractor. And I'm not finding my chiropractor. I know where my chiropractor is. I'm trying to find this on my iPad. I can't find it, but let's see if it's under that. Nope. Okay, we'll just do without looking for that. And maybe it'll pop in later. But I can follow along on my phone too and see some comments. Okay, I'll just move that out of the way so you don't have to worry about that. Just before we begin, I'm sending out, and I do read all the comments and I do answer them. Hey, Tammy, at the end, I can't always do that so well while I'm teaching a class, but I have one kit left of the Playing in the Rain. These were 2 cards that were from that. The total of 5 cards, $38 for the kit, or $50 with the bundle purchase. Then it would be free. Your class would be free. But so that I'm mailing out today, and then next week I have a gnome, the cute little gnomes, and this is one of the classes that cards I've already designed. It's a book binding. We're going to be doing another one of those today too. So anyway, I'd love to have you join that. It's called Friendly Gnome. Some of you might have that, or you might have the one from before Christmas. You can use either one. This is the new one that I'll be designing cards around, and that will be next week. So if you'd like to follow along and get my email, it's all under, you can send me a message and I will put you on my email list. So we are going to be starting today with using these wonderful, wonderful radiating dies. And let me show you those on my paper. These are not, so you can't see these in a catalog or anything, but however, I have printed out a copy so that you can see. Good to see you, Karen. Radiating stitches, the number is 161595, and it's $30. I think it's a must-have set. I actually have 2 sets of them because I have a lot of classes and I make a lot of kits, and so I have to have a number to reproduce. Anyway, they're nesting, they're wonderful. So that's what we're using today. And okay, we'll put that aside, and still don't see anything on the computer, but okay, here we go. And these are the cards that we're making. We're only going to make one, but which do you like better? This is the mango, and this is melon mambo. And the paper that we're using is from the Enjoy the Journey. I bet some of you already have this. Hey, Mary, good to see where you're watching from. Okay, so this is the paper, and it has these lovely, really neat, sort of shadowy mountain scenes. I really like those a lot. We're going to use this in the second card also. Isn't this pretty? This is sort of melon, mambo, and mango melody and calypso. And so that's what we're using for our stamping. This is an easy card. It's not a fun folder. It's just a plain easy card. And so this is how it goes together. Let's see. I can't read to see who says that. Someone said melon mambo really pops. Love the cards. So which do you like better? Do you like the one with the runner or the cyclist? They're different backgrounds. It's all part of the kit. And we'll make that decision in a little bit here. Got all my pieces already die cut for you. Got some, these are silhouette cards. There's some really good videos on I love doing silhouettes. I always have. And they're easy. They're very, very easy. So let's get our pieces. And now I have these all typed up. The directions and everything are all typed. But I won't be putting these online. These come with your kit. If you make a purchase between today and Sunday, I will make up card kits, and you will get 6 kits, 3 cards, 2 of each. So you'll make 2 cards. You'll get paper for 2 to make 2 different cards. Are the same, basically. They're the same. And then for a $38 order, you can get 6, actually I meant to say $35 order, you get 6 card kits. And with a $50 order, you get 6 card kits plus a package of embellishments. And I'm going to use all the same embellishments on there today. And then I'd really appreciate it if you use the host code. Of course, you can always shop with me at karinscrafts.stampingup.net. And the March host code for one more week is this. And I will keep that out for you too, if you want to take a picture of that. But I will remind you about that ordering special. Okay, and then all the directions and all the cut pieces will be in that for you. So here are the, but you might want to take a screenshot. I will lay out the pieces. So you're going to have a base card that's side folding, just a regular side folding, 5.5 by 8.5. And that's scored at 4 1/4. Hey, Linda, good to see you this morning. And that's the inside piece, 3 3/4. And then I cut, I've got all these little pieces falling out here. I have one of each. So I have one mango and one, and the dies cut this out completely. And then we have the pieces that are for the inside for stamping. These are 2 3/4. And the black piece that goes with it is like this. I'll just put it right there. And now you can take a screenshot of that. And I want to show you something about these dies as you're doing that. So you can take a screenshot if you'd like. When you're die cutting, if you just want to get this without the inside cut, you just leave it like this. You put it down in your machine, your cut and emboss machine, and you run it through. It cuts out this outside edge, and just like this. Now, if you would like to, oh, I don't even have that with me right here, but I've been using these a lot. And if you want to cut out the inside, then you put it like this in your machine, and it cuts out the outside frame. There'd be a hole in it like that. This does not have a hole in it, but it would cut a hole, and then you would save that piece. And then there are also these fabulous, just love you can do this in different sizes. You can do the same nesting with the smaller ones, and then you can do the same nesting with the circle and the tiny circle. There's a heart. Great set for sure. Okay, let's get stamping. Alrighty, let's take our pieces, and we're going to, let's see what's here. Let's see if I can refresh my screen maybe, see if that helps bring my post up. Sort of hard. Oh, there. Now we can finally see it. Oh, I think my screen was open too long today, and I didn't refresh it. That was the problem. Good. Now I can see that, and I'll be able to see your comments a little bit. Hey, Lisa. Good to see you. Oh, good to see so many of you new faces. Names. Okay, let's just put our inside. Let's do that first, and we'll just get rid of that so I don't lose pieces. And we're just going to put our inside in like this. Set that over there, and this is our outside. And we're going to put, I think we're going to do the, well, I don't know. What did you think? What do you think I should do? Do you think I should do the mango or the melon mambo? What would you choose? You tell me which one. I'll give you a few moments, and you tell me which one. And we'll do our stamping in the meantime, okay? So I have 2 pieces, and we're going to bring in our inks and our stamps, and I am using, this is the set I'm using, The Greatest Journey, and I use the dies, the runner and the biker and the mountain, all of that. They make great silhouettes for sure from The Greatest Journey, and this is in the mini catalog. And I also pulled out, I've not even used this yet, the Legendary Ride. I love this birthday, went right on, it's your birthday, and I thought that would be a good one for my one grandson who loves well, 3 of my grandsons love mountain biking, so they're always riding. So we're bringing our piercing mat because these are photopolymer stamps. So we're going to use black Memento ink, and we're going to do this moment is the start of something great. We're going to put it on this one. This is 2 3/4 by 4 inches, and just save those over there. I'm gonna really ink this up well, and get a nice dark. Hold it a minute, because it's not like stamping on white, basic white. With designer paper, you want to hold just a little bit longer because it's more porous. Now I'm going to just stamp real quickly the birthday one from my, it might be, I should have done on the mango one, but we're going to do the Ride On, It's Your Birthday. Let's see how that looks. I've not used this yet, but we'll see. There we go. That looks good. Ride On, It's Your Birthday. Sort of a fun saying, I think. And then let's do the inside of our card with the trees. This comes from the set. And we're just going to put that right down there. Here we go. I think I'll leave it blank for now, or we could do the. Oh, we have all kinds of great. There's things about adventures and all that. I think I'm going to leave it blank, so I can use it for one of the grandkids maybe. Alrighty, and let's put that aside for a second, and now we can put our card together. Let's see what you've been saying. Hey, Levon's melon mambo, mango. Darcy likes mango. What else? Melon mambo. Anyone else? One last chance. So we're going to put our sending hearts, and a mean face comes up. Well, Lisa, that's okay. Sometimes things like that happen. I'm not taking offense. Try to send here. Let's see if we can send hearts. Yeah. Okay. Now I see some hearts coming. Thank you so much. All those things are great. Lots of hearts, Lisa. I won't take offense. No problem. Okay, I think we've got the most responses for the melon mambo, so we'll use that. I'm going to put my piercing mat aside, and we're going to bring in we want to get this, these little holes you could almost see through them. So I do want to use plenty of adhesive on this so that there aren't any gaps, because I found that it's just a little different than a normal die. Okay, whoops, got a little adhesive there on the side. There we go. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? It's just, I love the way Stampin' Up! Did this. They put, they just did a good job, I think, of making sure we have a nice mat. And then this is going to, I just measured the inside of this. I just, came close, and I came up with 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. And then we'll put so we can either do this. That's a little bit too much the same, I think. I like the change like this. I like the way it pops a little differently, so we'll do that. And I can always do the other one after I'm cleaning up. So I know this is a little bit early this morning. As I said, I was really wanting to do it in the afternoon, but then I have to go so far to the chiropractor. Whoops, it looks like I don't have the right measurement here. I did exactly the same thing, so we're going to I think we'll just trim it off a little bit. Love my little handy dandy trimmer. We're just going to slice off a little section of that. Now I'm going to have to use some undo on there to get that off. It's just going to be a skinny little black line like that, and then now I'm going to just trim that. Either I've cut it crooked or something. I like a long-handled scissors very much. This is a Tim Holtz scissors that you can get on Amazon. Any kind of Fisker, anything that's got a long blade is really good for cutting straight lines. Okay, so this I'm going to pop up now with some of my foam adhesive sheets. You know, if you've watched me before in my crafting creations, these sheets they come like this. I don't know, you get about 8 of them. And then you just slice them. I just love this process of slicing them off, and you can cut them in different sizes like that. And I just actually, we'll just do it. It's very therapeutic for some reason. I don't know. I just keep a little bowl of those next, and I keep them right there. When I have something big like this, I don't want this to be crushed in the mail, and so I like to use this, this method. I use these a lot. And then you can just pull those off with your fingernails, whereas I always take my piercing tool for my dimensionals, which I love. I love our dimensionals, but this is just fast because I tend to use a lot of dimensionals. I would probably use about 8 of them on here, and that would just take a little bit of longer time. So we'll just pull this. I like the way so this is pink on the outside, and I just chose the colors from the designer paper. Okay, so now I have a piece of mountain or dirt, ground, whatever, and I'm going to put that on first. And we're going to use our Tombow glue here. Let's see if I just moved things here. My light is, there we go. As I have this craft room in Florida, it doesn't have very good lighting, so I have lots of lights around me. Hopefully that you're able to see okay. And now I'm going to put this on like that, and there's our mountainside. Isn't that it's real easy to die cut those. And now we can choose either. We can do a bicycler, which I think I'm going to do that because we have so many grandkids. I don't know, but you probably all know someone who rides bicycles or motorcycles or dirt bikes, or someone that's a runner. I think that one fits better. I like that better. I used to run. I used to do a lot of walking, and I don't do those things. Just as I've gotten older. Well, I think we're going to do the runner just because, but I think it's a good one for the size of the card. We'll use the other one on the dirt bike on the other one. So we'll put this one right there. And there is our silhouette. Here, I already did the envelope. This is sort of I think a good one. And now we need some gems to put on there. And so the gems that will come with your kit will be it'll be a brand new package. I've gone through so many of these. We have lots of different colors in here. These are the opal rounds. And you could put the pink ones on here. They're actually freesia. This is what that would look like. I'll just drop one on there to show you. Like that. But I think it's sort of, I'm going to show you this because I bet some of you have never done this. Sometimes you can take your blends, and usually that's what I use are my blends, but I don't have any black blends here. So you can use a Sharpie, and I bet you all have some black Sharpies at your house. And I am going to use a couple of these are the freesia ones. I'm just going to take my Sharpie. Before we had blends, I had all kinds of Sharpies in all different colors because I used to do this all the time with my gems. And they're all packed away, and probably when we move I'll find them again, but most of the time I use my gems, my blends. Okay, so now I'm going to take your pick tool, and I'm going to just put this up here, and I think these are big ones, and I think I'm just going to use 2 of them like that. Whoops. Just like that. We'll use 2, and our card is finished, and you can see what the other 2 cards look like. So this is what it looks like. Here we go. So you get you get 2 of each. I'm going to send one, I'll send 1 mango and 1 melon mambo. And then I'll give you'll also get a runner and a biker in your kit too. So anyway, aren't they all they're all slightly different. Look at this one has the mambo colors here, and this one has the mango. Mango was a funny color. I didn't like it at all in the beginning. And now it's really quite a trendy, neat color. Okay, we'll put those aside and come up with our next card. Let me just see if I can get everything together here. I don't want to use different pieces. And bring in our, oops, everything's falling. This is our card. We're going to be making 3 cards today. And this one is a quick and easy one. Again, we're going to use the same paper. This is from the Rhino Ready. And this is the number. It's a little larger right there, so you can see that if you want to take a screenshot. And I have a tutorial all typed up already. And I always like to send the printed copy with you in my kits. And let's see what's now. Okay, so this is a fun set. These Rhino. I've done this a couple weeks ago you can check on my YouTube or on my Crafting Creations page too. But they're really fun. It's a great set. I'm surprised it hasn't sold out yet, but it hasn't. It's still available, and it's online, so you can check that out. And let's get ready to start this card. This is an easy fun fold. It's one of my favorites. And you recognize the paper, and there we have it. So I'm sort of running out of space here. I've got all this stuff in front of me. Okay, there's our card. Easy. And this is how it folds up. And the back is like that. And that's your little bit of space for your greeting and for stamping. I don't know what I have on there. But to write a little bit. You don't want to write too much, but just a little bit. And I had a little bit of Blinkostella and some leaves on there. And there's our card. So let's bring out our pieces. And we're going to make a green one. There are also some purple, but I just decided a rhinoceros probably isn't in the mountains too much. And anyway, but it's sort of hilly land is what I've decided. Okay, so the score marks are, so it's just a regular basic card that you would fold in half, only it's not scored down the middle. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's 2 inches, 3 1/8, 5 3/8, and 6.5. Like that. And so let me show you that again, and I will do that on the Simply Scored machine. This is one of the best things you can buy, I think, in my opinion. Let me just zoom in a little bit, then I hope I remember to zoom out again. Help me remember that. So I do like to use these little markers. So the first one is 2 inches. And I tend to use the thicker ball. The next one is 3 1/8 and 5 3/8, and then 6.5, just like that. Okay, and then we can fold it up. Make sure it's all even. It's just sort of accordion folded. You can do it like that. And then put that aside. And we're going to use our bone folder. Bone folder should be one of your best friends. I have so many bone folders over the years. You lose them, or I have a space here that I work at, and I also have one on the other side of the room where I stand up and work. There's our basis, and now let's put our papers together. So I did a Highland Heather one too, just for to see what that would look like. And I decided I don't know about having a rhinoceros with the purples. Okay, let's see. Let's get our little pieces out here. I've lost my comments. There we go. Oh, they are really good. You're right, exactly, Gail. They're good masculine papers. Okay, here are the other measurements. We're going to have a centerpiece. That's 2. I better check now if I can move this down a little bit. Okay, we've got that piece. And we have these little side pieces. Like that. And the side pieces, what are those? Let me see once. The side pieces are 1 3/4. 1 3/4. I don't have a little post-it note, but 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. And they're going to go on the sides right there. And then we have a back piece. That's the same as the front, 2. And I'll just write it on this right here. Then you can see that, okay? 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. I checked all this. I don't know if I lost that little sticky part. But so you need 2 of those. 2. Okay? For the sides and then 1 for the back. And that's the one for the back. If you wanted to snap a picture of that, you can. Okay, and now we're going to put these together. We're going to grab our adhesive and take these off. And I do like to match up my design. Do you see how that the hills? I want to do that. Be aware, mindful of that as I'm putting my card together. So I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. Best little thing in the catalog you can buy is a silicone mat. I think they're $5 or $6. It's another thing I always travel with my silicone mat. Even if if I go to Wisconsin to visit my mom or something, I always take some stamping things with me. I never want to be without my silicone mat because I just use it. I don't like to have my surface sticky. Is the way it works. And it keeps it so nice, and I use it all the time. There we have that, and then we're going to put this piece on. There's the other part. That's sort of nice too. It's like almost like an abstract tree, but I think I like that. And we're going to use that instead. It's paper, so I will include in your kit. You will have this designer paper to use, and everything will be cut for you except the designer paper. I'll give you a portion of the designer paper, 1/4 of the paper, and then you will cut the designer paper yourself. And let's see, our little white piece, where did I stick that little white one? Here, we'll just use the back of this. That's what we're going to do. No one will ever see that. It's under there like that, and it's not wasted. And we can just stamp right on that. Should have stamped first, but I didn't. But you know how it is. It'll still be just fine. There we go. And that's the inside. This card is really fast. And now we're going to do our stamping. So we're going to bring in a circle and some of these stitched. These are stitched circles. Oh, that one's already stamped. Didn't mean to do that. Here's one. And then we're going to have these little labels, and I have a stash of them right here. I always like to have a couple because you never know when you're doing a video how things are going to run. Not always as smoothly as when you're by yourself just having fun stamping. So, okay, let's bring in our, these are rubber cling. So we don't need our foam piercing mat underneath there because there is a layer of rubber already. So we'll just put this like this so I can protect my work surface, and we're going to stamp our Rhino in our black Memento. Anytime you're using blends, we're going to be using our blends today to color, and anytime you're using blends, you want to use your black Memento. I better just... Okay, I like this little hippo with it's not a hippo, it's a rhino. This rhino with the bird on its back. It just looks happy like that. And let me just put that right there. And we're going to do It's a Great Day. It's a Great Day. Where is that stamp? Here it is. It's a Great Day. I'm going to put my head over it a little bit. I don't know if it's going to work. Yep, that's a little high. Let me try another one. I'm going to stand up this time and see if I can get over it a little better. There we go. That's much better. Much better. And then on the back, we'll do our... Oh, I just realized, totally forgot any kind of a bracelet. Oh, thank you, Carla. Carla said, I love this design. Always easy enough and fun to show off the DSP. That's exactly right. It does a great job of showing off the designer paper. Okay, so make sure we have the mountains going up and, or the hills, whatever. And I hope your birthday is wild. Isn't that a fun saying? I love that. I think it's good for anyone, kids or adults. And then we are going to do some coloring. So I'm just going to put this right here, and then you can see that too, and it's a great day. We're going to bring in our little Rhino, and I've got a couple leaves that I've already die cut. I've got a whole little container of bits and pieces that I like to save, and I can just make a card when I have some free time. I haven't had a lot of free time between guests in Florida, and then we have more company coming next week, and then we leave and go back to Montana. I'm sort of dreading the whole packing up kind of deal. Okay, we're going to have a couple of these leaves. So, and we have some ground. I also have some. This is some ground. It looks like we can see what you think about that. This is mint. I think that's just a little bit. I think we'll just use the green. Garden green is what the color is, and mint macaron is the other color. And put those aside. And let's see once. Let's do our little coloring first, and then we can put our Rhino on our card. So we're going to use our Smoky Slates blends, our light and our dark, like that. And this, you can color. Some people like to start with light, some people start with the dark. I like to start with the dark, and I like to, I'm going to keep that white. So the little horn. I like to outline my Rhino, just real sort of quickly with the dark. Wherever there's hashtag marks like that Stampin' Up! Has put in, I will, I'm doing this a little faster than I normally would, but you get the idea. I sort of outlined it all. Just sort of pull those hashtags in like that, like that. And then I take my light, make sure you always snap those, and I take my light Smoky Slate, and I have a new one coming. I ordered it because these are starting to dry out a little bit. I use the gray a lot. I make little circles. You can leave a little bit white if you'd like. Just a little bit of white. But I make little circles and get the dark blended in just from the bottom. You can take the narrow bullet tip, and you can blend those real well too. It's almost a little squeaky when you use the bullet tip, I think. There we go, and we'll just finish him off with some real fast circles in the middle. And wherever you see some lines that you don't like, you can, every time you go over it, makes it a little darker. There we go. We're going to leave a little bit of white right there. You can also take your color lifter like this. This is a great tool. Nice to have a couple of these. If you think, oh, it needs to be a little whiter in the body, maybe, you can take it like that. You don't see a lot in the beginning, but as it works, it'll lighten up. I'll just sort of do a little bit over here, and you'll see how it lightens it all. And we're going to do a little blue in the bird. So we're going to just use our dark balmy blue. I don't know why I chose blue, but it's going to be a little blue bird. And we're going to give him a little orange beak. Just going to touch it like that. Oops, I forgot the little Rhino's ears. I don't think they're white, but we'll just like that. And then we'll put a little bit of Wink of Stella right there on the horn. Keep that horn white. And we'll put some right there, and you can actually just give the whole Rhino a little sparkle by putting a little wink of Stella. This is a great tool. I know it's on it's been on low inventory. I ordered some more yesterday, but I think they're like $9 or something like that. But they are, if you need some, it's a good time to get, whenever something is low, it'll run out, and then it'll be a long time, you know, it'll be probably a month before it comes back in. Okay, so we're going to put our Rhino right there, and our greeting is going to go up here. I'm going to, let's put our greeting on first. I'm going to just adhere that, just flat, keeping the adhesive away from the ends a little bit. There we go. And now we're going to put some going to put our Rhino here. We're going to use some regular adhesive, dimensionals rather, and I'm going to put, oops, they're all sort of stuck together. We're going to put them just sort of down the middle because we don't want them to hang over the edge. Let's see where they're going to go this way. And now I'm going to take those and take my piercing tool. So if you would like these kits in the mail shipped to you, you just need to place an order with me, my online store. If you don't want to order online, you can call me or email or text me, either way. Now, what do you think? Do you think I should use the grass on there like that? We're going to put these leaves on for sure. We're going to add, so what I like to do is, I just thought these were really neat leaves that the dye is cut out. Look at the veins in that. I think they're just really nice. They really coordinate nicely with the tropical leaf punch set too, which I demonstrated the other day on my, if you go to my YouTube or my Crafting Creations, this business site, you can scroll back and see my my video, and I have the directions there for that too. So I'm going to use the little, we're going to put the big ones on the bottom, and I'm going to use my, I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom of these like this, and I'm going to just slide those sort of together. They've got just a little bit of adhesive, and I left these sides open like this, so this is going to sort of stick out like that. I'm just going to peek out like that, and then the smaller ones I'm going to put on the side up here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on there, just on the back, and then again I use that silicone sheet like that. There we go. And press that down. Now, what do you think? Do you think I should use the grass or not the grass? What do you think? Here's the grass. I don't know, we can try, we can add it and see what you think if you like it. We'll give it a shot. We'll put it on there, put a little bit. Maybe I'll put a little bit of Tombow on that instead, because that's a little narrow. There we go. And I don't like to get my fingers sticky, so that is my, I'm not a Tombow girl. I really like my tape runners, but everyone is different. Some people love using their Tombow and others don't so much. But there's our card, and now we just need a couple embellishments, and let me see if I can find those that I had that we're using on all over the cards today. Let me see. Oh, here is another, oh, I did this one too. This one I popped up, I cut out, I die cut, and that gives you the same look. You could even, there are some party hats in there too. Let me see where let me see if I can find those gems. Oh, here they are. And then we're going to be using the soft, these are the soft succulent. And remember, these are all retiring. So I think I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen on this one. It's just a little darker like that. So the Evening Evergreen, soft succulent, polished pink, fresh freesia, and papaya. Those are the colors that are all retiring. I always encourage my customers to get these now, because next week when April 1st hits, they're going to sell out. They do every single year. So what was I going to do with this little bird? Maybe I was going to put him there, but I have him mounted. We'll just skip it. Okay, there you can see how that's sort of that white is lifting that that white color lifter. You can even, you know, I think I would probably take a little bit more away now once I start. I was just trying to sort of show you, but you can see after a while it just sort of lightens it up, gives it a little bit of definition like that. And there is our second card all finished. This is the other one I did, and they're pretty much the same. And they stand up beautifully. If you want to, if you're a person that likes to display things on your mantle or on your cupboard or your counter, you can just set them up like that. Isn't that great? And then there's a space to write on the back. So that's our card. And now we'll do our third card. And that one's a pretty easy one too. So we'll finish that. Okay, and let me bring in my things. This one I based on, this is brand new, Hello Irresistible. I'm going to just show you, these are actually cards I made for a swap. We have a team swap that we did with this set, and it's based on this paper, which I think I'm on my third package of paper. It's so great. These are the dies that cut out. They're on back order right now, but they will be here, I think, next month. So that's good. This is from the Irresistible Blooms, is the name of the stamp set and the dies. And we're using the Happy Birthday on this one from the art gallery, and that's in the annual catalog. So I have sort of, everything is sort of falling here. I've got a lot in a small space. Okay, and I'm going to just show you some of the variations of this. This is going to be a bookbinding card, and I have it all typed up already for the directions for you on that. If you're buying the kit, you'll get the directions. So you have, I used lots of different designer paper. Do you see? Some with the yellow. This is Daffodil Delight, and this is Blushing Bride. And I wonder, I don't have any idea if Blushing Bride will stay or go. And then we're using these fun little pieces that are from, these are from the Sentimental Park dies, and they cut out, and you can, I'll show you how that works in just a few minutes, okay? And that's that for that today. So you can use all kinds of different, everything's going to look slightly different. Let me see if I can get all this together here. Hey, Karen, good to see you. I'm glad you caught us today. Okay, so you can tell each piece is slightly different, each designer paper, because there are only so many sheets that come in a package. So we're going to take we're going to have a top folding card like that. And these are the measurements. So it's a 4 1/4 by 11 top folding. And this is called a bookbinding card. This is for the inside. And then we have this for the outside. The 4 inches by 4 inches. And then this designer paper is 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. If you're not buying the kit, you can always go back and rewatch the video and jot down the sizes or take pictures. And I've already die cut a flower, or you can fussy cut those. The inside is going to be just smaller, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And so this is what we're going to do for this bookbinding card. It's one of my favorite, easy, fun folds. We're going to take, our base is just a regular, like I said, a regular 4 1/4. And then I scored it at 5 1/2. And then this is 1 1/4 right here. So, do you see that? 5 1/2 and 1 1/4, like that, away from that. And now we're going to adhere this. And on this, I like to, you can use your tear tape. If you've never made one before, I would recommend using your tear tape. I like to use my Seal Plus. I'm really strong. You have to be gentle with it. Not too fast, just real slow and easy. Light touch. Light touch is the key on that one. It's just really strong. And this is almost impossible to get up. And this is now our book binding. Do you see how that looks like the way a book would? There's the binding. And so this is how it all goes together. We're going to take our white mat, the 4x4, and then we're going to add our DSP to it. And I chose this one. That one's pretty too, isn't it? Now I'm going to go back to my regular seal. And the paper is so gorgeous. This would be one of those great papers to use where you can see both sides. Here we are. And now we can just put this on our book binding card. Just like that. This suite is a beautiful suite on the online exclusive. And we're going to put this on the inside. It is coming back to it, and it's been so popular. It's sold out very, very quickly. We as demonstrators always get to pre-order, which is the greatest perk about being a demonstrator, of course. And if you ever have thought about saving money, I would love to have you on my team if you don't have a demonstrator already. This is going to go on the side, and we're going to do that in just a second. But first, we're going to do our flowers. And I fussy cut these, or I fussy cut this one. Well, no, I die cut both of them. But if you don't have the dies, you can fussy cut the paper. They're right from the designer paper. Let me see if I can find the paper. So the paper looks, you can see it. There's a whole sheet like this. The yellow, there's a whole sheet of that. And you can fussy cut those, or you can use the dies. Either way, it's a wonderful, wonderful set to have these circle dies and then these long strip dies. Okay, take a drink if you've been talking so much. Okay, and now I'm going to do, I'm going to curl my flowers a little bit. Just take 2 flowers, just curl the edges like this. Gives them a little depth to them, and do the same thing on the smaller one. I just put the smaller one inside of the bigger one, and I'm going to just put like 1-dimensional, 2-dimensionals right there. So they're right next to each other, and they can still be popped up. And there's my flower like that. And I'm going to set that aside. And now we better do our stamping next, I think. That would be the likely order of events. Let me put that aside for a second, and we'll bring in our stamps. And let's see if I have all of those stamps. Where are they? Hooray. Where is that hooray? I've got Happy Birthday. Oh, here it is. And our Blushing Bride. Blushing Bride is the name of our ink. I don't use this one very much. I use Petal Pink more. And actually, Petal Pink, it said that it was Petal Pink, but it appears to be more like Blushing Bride, is what, I don't know. That's what I thought when I held them up. So I chose Blushing Bride. Okay, hooray, it's your day. I think that's a good birthday stamp. And we're going to do, on the inside of our card, we're going to do the Happy Birthday. That's the one that was from the art gallery that just going to grab this is one of my go-to birthday stamps. Happy birthday. I have to get right over this, otherwise it'll be totally crooked. There we go. It's just a little bit faint. I think that's probably why I don't use it a lot. I'm going to put my flower right there. And let's do our envelope while we've got that flower out too. So we might as well put some flowers right here in the envelope. We'll put another one right here. There we go. And that's done. Okay, close it up. This is a pretty birthday card, I think. And then we bring our pieces in, and now we can put this. Oh, I did this wrong. Did it wrong. So I was supposed to stamp on this piece, and this slips in here, but I have an extra one, so I don't need to redo it. I'll just do that. You could just do it that way too, but it goes in here, it slips in. That's already, that's part of the die cutting, it slips in. It's Sentimental Park is the name of that. There we go. And you can press it down and get that slit in there just nicely. It fits in there. And now we're going to set this on the flower with our, we're not popping it up or anything, but we're going to pop up the flowers. So just adhere this. I'm going to cover up this pretty, some of those pretty flowers, but leave that pretty top sky. Okay, now we're going to put our flowers on, and this I'm going to do with my glue dots. These little crazy glue dots that are on the inside these days. Oops. I always liked it better when they're on the outside. You can, of course, re-roll it, but I have not. And you can also, this is the way I do it a lot too, is I just take them off and pop them on that way. I don't want it to be too high, so this one other flower, the top flower is popped up with dimensionals, so I just use the glue dots on that other one. Okay, and we're going to put some gems on, but we'll do that in just a second. But first we're going to have to add this, I'm going to add this. So as I'm going to try to tell you as I'm gluing. I don't know how that'll work, but we'll just give it a shot and see. This is really sort of tricky and messy, but it's cool, I think. I love this little piece. We're going to use our Tombow glue, and I'm just putting dots of glue on where there's circles. That's all I'm doing. I'm just, you know, obviously this would be a good thing to run through with our adhesive sheets. I didn't. I never think of those. I love those, but I never think about using them. So I think about it when I'm doing a video or when I have to choose something to put on that's real tedious like this. And so now we're going to take this and, oh, I don't like touching that Tombow. And so I'm just going to press those on like that. I don't know if I'm still in the camera. There we go. Anyway, so in this offer for my Cookies, Cards, and Coffee, you can get a card kit, which includes 6 cards. And 6 cards, 2 of each design. So it's like sort of like a stamp a stack in a way. And just trim that off. With a $38 order, you get the 6 cards and the designer paper to use, and then with the $50 order you got the package of gems included. So, and also please be sure, and I need to put some more Tombow underneath there. Just going to tuck that under like that. Hope it's like that. And now we can put our gems on, and we're going to use these opal gems again, and we're going to use a lot of them because we can. Take your pick tool. I'm going to use the very biggest one in the middle of my flower like that, and then all these little holes, I'm going to fill those in with some little ones, and like that. I'm going to use the big one right there, and another small one right there. Oops. And I'm running out of small ones. So we just have to use, there are 5 of them. Well, that's what we'll do. We'll use 5. Oh, I have some more. Here's another package that I've got 2 packages open, so I'm going to do a couple more just because I can. I love to use these embellishments. I love it when they have adhesive on them. The Sweet offers those really pretty frosted gems, but they are unavailable right now. And there's our card. We've got 6, we've got 7 of the gems on. You might as well use them. Because you can always buy more, and then there'll be some new ones coming out in the new May catalog, which is right around the corner. So there is our card, and here are the other ones that I did with some yellow in them. Here's one that's a totally yellow card. But isn't that a fun technique? Just sort of fun to do a variation of all this paper. I hope you like that. Hey, Michelle, good to see you here today. Glad you found me. You can always go back and catch the replay, girls, if you came in the middle, if you had a hard time finding me. And make sure you use the host code. If you're calling me or emailing or texting for me to help you order, that's fine too. But it's very easy to go to karinscrafts.stampingup.net. Let me see what's here. Let me see my comments. Roberta, where are you from, Roberta? Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much. You're from Gillette, Wyoming. Oh, Roberta. Wow, I know exactly where. We had a ranch in the Shirley Mountains in Wyoming way back in 1989 and 90, just for a couple of years. We've always had ranches in Montana, but for 2 years we went to Wyoming because my husband thought that was a really great place to go. And we stayed for a couple of years. Hey, Jane, good to see you too. Anyway, that's my offer for today. I'm going to flip the camera back and say so I can see your faces, or you can see my face. And my hair is getting a little bit, I just got it cut yesterday. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Good. And I will do this again next month. I'll be back in Montana, of course. But anyway, I'm so glad so many of you joined us today. And please, I appreciate all the sharing. That's terrific. That is one of the best things you can do to help is to share. Thumbs up, hearts, all those things help. And please subscribe, ring the bell so you can find me easily or be notified. And if I'm on YouTube too under Karin Braxton. It's pretty easy to find. So, okay, that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. I sure appreciate it. I'll go back and look at all the comments and respond too. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.